Hello, and this is a redirect to my reaction Pokemon Pocket Monsters episode 25. Pokemon Horizons episode 25. Link is in the description to BitChute and YouTube. And yeah, this episode was... Man, I don't think it was a good follow-up to the previous episode. The previous episode, I think, was a very good setup. And I was like, man, going into this episode with these pretty high expectations. Maybe my high expectations made this episode worse for me. I don't know. We'll see how I feel by next week when I rewatch this episode. If this, because I always watch the episodes 2 to 3 times by the time I watch the next episode. Because I actually really like Pokemon Horizons, and just to watch and see things that I might have missed during my reaction. Because I will say, oftentimes, episodes that I really don't like the first time I watch them, when I rewatch them, they get a little bit better. But I don't think I've ever watched an episode that I thought was bad, then rewatch it oh, it's good. No, that's never happened. But might be some point where I'm like, man, this thing I really didn't like. Then when you rewatch it, oh, okay, that explains that. But this, I don't think so. Because also I will say one thing that I didn't mention at the end of the reaction is the fact that the voice actress for the Glalie trainer, the pink-haired admin girl, I like her voice, but I do think it was very weird. When she said oh, I'm so bored and so angry, and there was how they animated the character and the voice is such a mismatch. Because they animated it as she's screaming and really angry, and then the voice was oh, I am so angry. It was pretty monotone in a sense. Which there's just that one scene where I'm oh man, that's such a mismatch. But it's just that one scene. Other than that, I think she did a really good job. And obviously, it is the Pikachu voice actress. Which is why they had her looking at Pikachu. They had that moment. They're yeah, obviously that's just to be haha. It's the same voice actress between Pikachu and this trainer. And now they're battling each other. Maybe that's the first time ever in Pokemon history. I don't actually know. But yeah. That was a pretty bad episode.